Hello YouTube, Cinema here, and welcome to another segment of Sean's DVD collection. Today's day is December 31st, 2014. Happy New Year, everybody. So, I'm going to sort of do like a list of all the things that, all the things I bought with my Christmas money, some of the gifts that I got for Christmas, and other things. So, to start off, first film I have is Transcendence. This is the feature film directorial debut of Wally Pfister, cinematographer known for his collaborations with Christopher Nolan. And this was a film that I kind of liked, despite the fact that it was widely panned by critics, who it's basically Johnny Depp is the scientist who's like sort of worked out a way to get like artificial intelligence, and a couple of like internet hackers like sort of try and assassinate him. Someone shoots him and the bullet has like radiation poison and he dies, but they're able to upload his subconscious into the computer, so he's kind of everywhere. He's in this town, and it is, a pretty cool film. And here's the front. Here's the inside of it, the front and the back. Yeah, so but still, it is okay, So, and the next one I have is Fargo, the Coen brothers film, and it is actually it's actually pretty cool, very quotable. The Coen brothers won like an Oscar for writing the script for this, and Frances McDormand won an Oscar for her portrayal as Marge Gunderson. And it's sort of about like this William H. Macy is this guy who working at his father-in-law's car firm, and for like financial reasons he pays a group of guys to kidnap his wife so that the father will pay up and stuff, and the crime just goes completely wrong. And the Coen brothers are actually pretty good, and it is very, like I said, very quotable. I can't even like get my head around the accents. So here it is, the inside, and is the front and the back. Yeah. But anyways, I do have another Coen brothers film that I'll talk about like later on in the update. So okay. And the next one I have is, surprisingly, surprise, surprise, a book. And it is a book that I've read ever since I saw the movie of this. The film is one of my favourites of the year, and it is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This is a book that is very, it's actually a very good read and still suspenseful, despite the fact that, you know how it ends. But I won't spoil it because that's actually pretty good, and I'll probably review the film at some point. And this is, as you can see, this is like a special edition, a tie-in to the film, because it has the poster artwork on there. But still, I've also picked up from the library Sharp Objects, Gillian Flynn's first novel, which, I've not gotten around to reading yet, but I will, because it's deadline. The next one I have, picked this up for £5 in Tesco. It's Silver Linings Playbook. about. So the next one I have is Silver Linings Playbook, directed by David O. Russell and starring Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Bradley Cooper plays this man with like bipolar, and he's just got out of the mental institution for beating his ex-wife's lover to, I wouldn't say to death, but nearly to death, and it's him trying to sort of improve his life, and he meets Jennifer Lawrence, and they partake in this sort of dance competition, and it is actually good performances all around, especially from Jennifer Lawrence, who is brilliant in this. Also, Robert De Niro's brilliant in this, and Bradley Cooper. So, yeah, and I also have The Fighter, another film directed by David O. Russell, but I'll probably just discuss that in another. I'll just discuss it, later on. But that was Silver Linings Playbook. Okay, next one. My brother got this one for I think $2.99 in HMV. It was on offer. It's Mrs. Doubtfire, starring the late Robin Williams. And we all know the story. Robin Williams gets divorced. His wife has like a custody battle, custody of the kids. And so he has to dress up like a woman and spend more time with them. Also, Pierce Brosnan's in this. James Bond. Yeah. So, anyways, that was a little festive cover. Here's the real cover with a lot of DVDs. Usually with a cover like this, you'd think it's bare bones, but no. Anyways. Okay. Okay. And okay, so here are two movies that I got for Christmas. This one, me mum and dad got me. It's The In-Betweeners 2. Now, which is actually kind of a good, it's sort of good compared to its like predecessor, but there are some funny jokes in this movie, but none of them like amount to like sort of or about like sex or anything. More like bodily fluids, just gross out humor. It's basically Will, Simon, and Neil like sort of having a rubbish time at uni, and Jay is over there on a over in Australia on a gap year, so they decide to visit him. They hear like he's been sending him emails like about how he lives in a mansion and all the girls like him, but they go over there and usual Jay, it turns out to be complete crap that Jay is spewing. But anyways, it is actually pretty funny, and there are actually some pretty good features on this. Like the first movie actually had like an extended cut, but this doesn't, which is kind of alarming. Okay, I won't say alarming. I'd just say it was surprising, but still, although it is kind of, it does have a bit of a depressing side. Mainly, it has a depressing feel to it, mainly because I went to see this the day my grandmother died. So, yeah, but it's still, other than that aspect, it's still a jolly watch. So, pick it up if you haven't seen it already. It's The In-Betweeners. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if you haven't seen it already. Okay. And the next one that I got for Christmas is Jersey Boys. I sort of asked for the Blu-ray for this, but I'll settle. Yeah, so it's Clint Eastwood's recent film adaptation of the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical about the rise of and fall of Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. It is actually, it's good. I wouldn't say it was brilliant. There are some things that Clint Eastwood changed in this. The musical was very fast-paced and had this Martin Scorsese feel to it. But Clint Eastwood, if you've seen all his other films like Hereafter or J. Edgar, they all have this sort of, this kind of slow pace to it. It's very slow paced, but all the performances are good. And although the thing I can't actually let fly is the historical inaccuracies that this movie has. But other than that, it is a pretty good movie. I especially liked the bit during the end credits where they all sang "Oh What a Night," but still, here's the disc. I'm surprised this didn't come with a digital copy or something. Still, very good film. I actually go to see Frankie Valli in the summer. He's coming to Manchester, and really big fan of the music. I've seen the show twice on in Vegas and in Manchester. I've never saw it on Broadway. I'd love to see it on Broadway because I've heard people say it was pretty good. So, anyways, that was me. What I got for Christmas. I actually did buy some DVDs with some of my Christmas money, so I'll go into that in part 2. So